Throw my volleyball out the window. You only do one. Oh! Hey, Fred. I see you, Fred. Let him know. Oh! Bring it down, big fella. Oh man. Oh man, fundamentals. Oh! Oh! There's some adrenaline running through that big man. Oh! I see you, Fred! Hey, Fred! Yeah, Abe! Where's this one? Oh! Show! It's half a day. Hey, fundamentals now. Fundamentals. Fundamentals. Yeah, Jelly. Here are the fundamentals. Oh, I see you, Chuck. He's like coming from what? Yeah, Frank! Let him know! Let him know!
What's this for?
It's just a terrible spot.
Don't worry, we'll
we watch our language. Yeah, we watch our language.
we already got the captain. We already established
Yeah,
You did tell him it's not a good spot.
Listen to me on today's basketball between the Brewers of Vassar College and your RPI engineers.
Yes, sir.
We'd like to remind you that the RPI basketball teams are dedicating today's games to the life and legacy of Morgan Rogers, a former Duke University lacrosse student athlete who died tragically in July 2019 after battling mental health struggles. Although Morgan's life was cut way too short, her legacy of unconditional love remains. Morgan's message was created by her family and former teammates with a mission to eliminate the stigma surrounding mental health, normalizing the conversations about mental health, and to ensure that mental health is treated equally to physical health for all student athletes. For more information on Morgan's life and legacy and how you can help those with mental health struggles, please visit morgansmessage.org, and you can also visit the table in the lobby with more information and resources about Morgan's Message and how you can get involved. At this time, guys, can please remove your hats and join us in a moment of silence in remembrance of Morgan Rogers. Thank you. At this time, guys, can please remain standing as we play our national anthem.
sir. Let's
And
go,
welcome
boys.
everyone to the East Campus Arena at the home site of the RPI Engineers as the Engineers get ready to take on the Vassar Brewers in today's Liberty League action. I'm Nancy Roy. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play here, and you're following along on RPI TV online. This is a big matchup between these two teams. It's a tightly bunched Liberty League conference standings right now, and all the difference that can be made in the last few weeks as the teams vie not only for to qualify for the conference tournament, but also to host the conference tournament. As we get underway today, we'll just go over the standings to show you how important this game is. Ithaca is on top. They are at 9-3. Vassar right here is in second place at 9-4. And then you've got a four-way tie for third place. Every team at 8-5. That's RPI, St. Lawrence, Skidmore, and Hobart. The other four teams in the conference mostly out of the running. Clarkson has an outside chance to qualify there at 5-8. RIT 4-8, Bard 3-10, and Union 2-11. So what you've got here is the number 2 team, Vassar, again 9-4, against RPI, one of a bunch of teams at 8-5.
Yes,
Just a game out.
Hey, 12.
Second place as we get underway here today. Both teams coming off wins last night. RPI over Skidmore, one of their best shooting nights of the entire season. They were playing a tough thoroughbred team. They ran out to a 34-17 lead in the first half, which missed it, and Skidmore made a terrific run in the second half, cut it to 6 and 5, but could never get much closer. And hangs on for the win. Vassar, meanwhile, had a pretty easy time of it down in Annandale against Bard, who rolled out to a huge first half lead and cruised in for an 11-point win. So again, today you've got second place Vassar against RPI, one of many teams tied for third as we get underway this afternoon. Not many games left either in the conference schedule. After this, it's just two full weekends. Next Friday and Saturday, and then the weekend after that before we move on to the conference tournament. So what to look for today? Well, RPI, as usual, for the last several years, one of the best defensive teams in Division III basketball. And they'll be taking on Vassar, a team that won the conference tournament championship last year, their best season ever, and right in the thick of the race this year. Now, one important thing, they've been led by Avni Mustafa, their point guard, who did a lot of ball handling obligations here this afternoon. He scored 29 points the first time these two teams met, which was a double overtime win for Vassar down in Poughkeepsie. As we get underway, it's Parsons and Agbazo. Comes up with the ball sideline, and here's Don Black. As we get underway here in the first half. As we said, Mustafa, number 10 for Vassar, is a guy to watch, but they also have two big men down low. Number 21, Pace Parsons, and number 20, Jack Rothenberg. Mustafa gets the rebound. Rothenberg, number 20, by the way, if you're following last year, was the conference tournament MVP as Vassar swept to its first ever title in the Liberty League. Just underway here in the first half. There's Rothenberg. Nice low pass, but not so much for Parsons to handle. And Will Rubin comes up with the steal. Heads the other way for RPI. So contact, but no foul.
He cannot guard you.
That's Don Black. Fakes the three, tries to drive. Nice baseline pass to Kelly. No room. There's Houston. Angbazo, wide open three, and he's got it. First basket of the afternoon. Johnny Angbazo. A wide open three at the top of the key.
Hey, 1-1.
That's Case Parsons. That's McAuliffe. Kevin McAuliffe with a long three as well. He's one of their best outside shooters, and we're tied up here at 3. If you followed last season, rise of Vassar all the way to the conference tournament championship, one of their key players was their big man, Zach Johnson, their center. That he has missed most of the season. He played in the first 10 games. There's a nice cut inside. Rubin for the layup.
Great pass. Great pass.
But just to finish, Zach Johnson,
Let's go, boys.
pretty good center, helped lead them to the title last year. He's made the first 10 games, and he's been out since. He's down on the bench in sweatpants, not dressed for this game as well, and he will be out. So they've been trying to make up for his loss.
Hey, nice catch.
Miscommunication there
Nice
between
catch
Mustafa
over
and
here.
McAuliffe, and it's out of bounds.
Pitiful.
RPI basketball.
Hey, nice pass, 10. That boy. That was terrible. Hey, White.
So you'll see again, Vassar will have the height advantage inside, generally speaking, this afternoon. Here's Will Rubin. Gets around, tries to throw to Agbazo. Lucky to hang on to that ball. Agbazo step back, 15-footer. No, and there's Rothenberg, one of the best rebounders in the conference, pulling down the board for the Brewers. Rothenberg. There's Mustafa from the corner. That's Ethan Ellis, and he's got a three. And it's 6-5 Brewers, 3 minutes into the ball game. Bazo with Rothenberg giving a little hand check there, a body check. Oh, there's a lot of contact there. Well, Agbazo definitely lowered his shoulder and leaned into Rothenberg, but he kind of was reacting to just a second before Rothenberg was hand checking and pushing off and didn't get a call there, and maybe Agbazo a little frustrated, leaned in with a little too much force, and he draws the charge.
Yo, lock this clown up. Yeah,
nice steal by Agbazo. The Engineers have taken it. Here comes Rubin. Through the lane, tied up maybe. Nope, fouled by Rothenberg. And a little chippiness already here between these two teams in the first half. A couple of substitutes coming in for Vassar. Zev Katz, number 5, checking in. As well as number 30, Logan Scott. Don Black from the corner, a little strong. Nice rebound by Kelly. Shot clock at 14. Rubin, he'll take a 3.
In your mouth! Yes, sir! Mouth that shit! In your mouth, buddy! Out, can't guard him!
8-6 Engineers. Just about 4 minutes gone here in the first half. That's Rothenberg trying to drive on Euchster. Puts his shoulder down and banks it off the glass. Nice move.
Yeah, you ain't making that again.
By Rothenberg. Euchster, really good defense. He didn't want to draw the foul. Not much more he could do. But just a nice shot by Rothenberg ties this one up at 8. Ethan Ellis and Euchster, if you notice, kind of jockeying for position. Looked like Ellis got away with a hook. Rebound inside by Euchster. Agbazo from the corner. It's a little off to the right. And Mustafa with the rebound. Here's Ellis from the right wing. And he's 2 for 2 for 3 points. And Mark Gilbride, the RPI coach, is going to want a quick timeout. Probably not happy with the defense there. Vassar capitalizing on open threes to take an 11-8 lead with 15:21 to go in the first half.
Sir.
Vassar off to a red-hot start. You can't get any better, right? 4 out of 4 from the field, including 3 of 3 from three-point land. RPI, because they're getting more rebounds at this point, or rather we're tied up at 3, sorry. 3-3 on the rebounds. RPI 3 of 8 shots, Vassar 4 of 4 in the first 4 minutes and 39 seconds of the ball game.
Go, San Antonio.
All the starters back out there for RPI. We have another substitution, though, in for Vassar, number 22, Nathan Denham. 6'4", 6'5" front court man now in the ball game for the Brewers. And Bazo trying to get position on the block. Goes with the left hand. Euchster in traffic. Shoved by Scott. Wow, what an effort by Euchster to get around Scott. And bank that one in.
Yes, sir, Abe.
To make it 11-10.
Terrible. Who's 30? Who's this goober? They're terrible. Who is that guy?
RPI subs waiting at the scorer's table to come in. We've got 3 of them loading up here. It's Ellis. Off to Scott. We have Katz will try a long 3. And for the first time, the Brewers have missed a 3-pointer this afternoon.
You're a brick, buddy.
On Vassar, strong move. He just can't get the roll. Scott with the rebound. Katz down on the wing. Back out to Ellis. Or rather, there's Ellis in the corner. Out of bounds, and that's going to be off Luke Adams.
Nice hands, feet. Nice hands, feet.
We got Clemens in for RPI, number 4, along with Fredericks, 22, and Dylan Match at 32.
Hey, twos.
Here's bumped by Katz.
It's also foul.
Trying to drive, and now there's contact.
You can't guard him. You cannot guard this man.
His first personal foul, second team foul. Vassar 11, RPI 10, 13:56 to go here in the half. And the story so far is Vassar red hot, hitting its first 4 shots, including 3 3-pointers. Bazo trying to get position on Scott. Goes up with 2 hands, can't make it, gets his own rebound. A lot of contact and can't make that one either. And you got to give some credit to Logan Scott on defense there. Goes up for the shot. Will Fredericks thought he had all ball on the block, but maybe got him with the body there. I think that's what the signal is. And it'll be a 2-shot foul for Logan Scott.
Logan Scott shooting 2.
In and out. Logan Scott, a 6'6" junior. Right around the corner here, Schenectady. Went to Colony Central High School.
What you're doing is fine.
And there's going to be a lane violation of Johnny Bazo. If you saw what happened there, he was trying to lean in to block out Denham, and he got a foot in the lane before Scott ever shot the ball. So Scott gets another try, and this time it's good. So the lane violation ends up costing the Engineers a point. 12-10 Vassar. Got another substitution.
He sees how we're already talking.
The Brewers, Mustafa back in, number 10, after a short break. Here's Rubin, pull up 17-footer, air ball. Well, RPI is certainly getting more opportunities than Vassar through the first 6.5 minutes, but not shooting well. The Engineers just 4 out of 13 from the field. Vassar, on the other hand, 4 out of 5. This is Luke Adams. Cut off. Denham. Oh, a nice steal by Kelly. There's Black on the run. Pulls up and banks it in. Nice sequence there for the Engineers. A steal by Kelly. Black pushing the fast break, getting the shot off the glass, and the Engineers tied at 12 with 12:45 to go here in the first half in Troy. Fade away, doesn't fall for Adams. And Clemens pushing it for the Engineers. Off to Euchster. Kelly will try his first 3, and it's off the right side of the rim. And Rothenberg with the rebound again. Rothenberg, 4th leading rebounder in the conference, best rebounder on the Brewers team. Gets McAuliffe back in. There's Mustafa, pull up 10-footer, won't go, and right rebound inside by Will Frederick. The Engineers will try to take the lead. Black on the right, on the left wing rather. There's Kelly, another three. It's soft touch. And the Engineers have their biggest lead of the afternoon. It's 15-12.
Whopper with cheese. Yo, Cam.
Got a call inside, and that's going to be on 12. Eugster. His first personal, RPI's third team foul of the half. Denham back out and Parsons in for the Brewers. 15-12. Mustafa with Fredericks on him. McAuliffe, and he's 2 for 2 from distance, and the game is tied again at 15. Vassar 4 out of 5 from three-point land. That includes 2 from Ellis and 2 from McAuliffe. Here's Kelly. He had a 3 last time up. Eugster inside trying to go up against Parsons. A lot of contact, no call. And again, it's Rothenberg with the rebound. How many times have we said that already in the first half? Case Parsons down low. That was a nice pass. Nice pass by Luke Adams to set that up to Case Parsons right underneath the goal. Banks it in, and Vassar back out on top, 17-15. Eugster trying to feed Clemens, who's trying to shake Adams there. Now he goes inside against the bigger Parsons, but Parsons will get called for the reach-in foul.
Good take, Chuck.
That's going to be his first, team third. And it was not in the act of shooting, so ball out on the baseline for the Engineers. Eugster back to Black. Shot clock at 18. Perfect. And the seesaw goes back and forth, and they will call that a 2. His foot was on the line, and we're tied now at 17.
Yeah, is that you, boy? Are you the one going?
This is Parsons out to Mustafa. McAuliffe inside, nice drive, and he gets the bank shot. Kevin McAuliffe has been the best offensive weapon for the Brewers so far this afternoon. He's 3 for 3 for a total of 8 points. Black, oh, he can't get it to fall, but a nice tip out to Eugster and a reset shot clock for the Engineers. 17-19, or 19-17, Vassar leading here. 9.5 minutes to go in the half. Tom Black likes that right side earlier, but throws an air ball there. Kelly tried to save it, but bounced it on the baseline, and it will be Vassar basketball. So an interesting thing going on in terms of like the shooting so far. Vassar is 4 out of 5 from three-point land, 7 out of 10 overall. And there is Rothenberg with a strong move, and he draws the foul from Kelly. What I was getting to is that the number of field goals are just disproportionate right now. RPI has tried 20 shots and Vassar just 10. So why is the game close? Well, the shooting advantage for Vassar is somewhat offset by the fact that they've been committing turnovers. They've got 5 to RPI's 1 so far. Of those turnovers, 3 of those were steals by the Engineers. So that is how we kind of even out on the score here. RPI not shooting as well as Vassar, but creating more turnovers and therefore more opportunities for shots. And right now we're at 20-17 Vassar as we get under 9 minutes to go in the first half. Eugster underneath, match it. That's a little off to the right, and Mustafa with the rebound. It's been a back and forth afternoon. There's McAuliffe, has been red hot, and he stays red hot. Kevin McAuliffe hasn't missed a shot all afternoon. He's 4 for 4, including 3 3-pointers. He has 11, and Vassar has its biggest lead, 6 points here, 23-17 with 8:20 to go in the half. Don Black, strong move inside. I think there's going to be a call maybe before he got to the basket on Parsons.
Every time, they bump every time.
No, Mustafa gets the call, sorry. But it is called before the shot, so it'll just be side out for the Engineers. Some more substitutes in. For Vassar, number 2, Alan Cedeno getting his first action. Ethan Ellis, number 4, is back in. So Katz, number 5, also back in. Will Rubin coming in for the Engineers. Here's Angbazo, who's also back. Match it. 3-pointer is perfect. Engineers needed that one. They were down 6, their biggest deficit, but Dylan Matchett from the right wing firing up a 3, and now it's a 3-point game. There's a bad pass, and that's off the foot of Ellis. Nice, maybe a nice idea for Rothenberg, so looking for the cutting Ellis, but kind of threw it into the feet of Matchett, and then it hit off of his sneaker, and then Ellis' sneaker, and out of bounds.
Awful execution.
23-20 Vassar, 7:45 to go in the half. This is Rubin. Angbazo, shot clock down to 13. Trying to get position on Rothenberg, who's a really good defender. And there's a nice steal by Adams. Going to try to take it all the way. He loses the handle, maybe tipped away by Matchett. The referees are not sure the call here. They're kind of going to huddle, I think. Wasn't clear if there was a tip away, if maybe Adams just lost control of it, or if it touched his hand last.
It wasn't even your call. You weren't even right there. I'll double it. You didn't even touch him.
Well, the call is going to go against Matchett. His first, team 5th. You see down on the bottom part of your screen, Coach Mark Gilbride looking for an explanation there, because it looked like the refs, no one was quite clear, at least immediately, as to what might have happened. Regardless, we've got Adams at the line for 2, and he sinks the first one and the second one. And Vassar back up by 5. They have led most of the afternoon, in large part because of their red-hot shooting. They're 8 of 11 from the field here in the first half. This is Rubin trying to get around Katz. Up, and does he get the roll? He does. Boy, tough shot. Banked in by Will Rubin, and its lead is back down to 3, 25-22 Vassar as we get to the 7-minute mark. Oh, he dragged his foot, but no call. This is Adams. Or Katz. Nice move to get around Clemens, but he can't make the layup. Clemens with the rebound. Tries to go around Adams. Draws a charge. A little bit of drawing. Oh, when we've got, I think they're going to call a double technical on both Clemens and Adams. There's been a little chippiness in the first few minutes of this ball game between the two teams. It looked like it had settled down, but after the contact there and the foul on Adams, looks like they're going to, the signal was, at least initially, it looked like a double technical on Luke Adams for Vassar and Chuck Clemens for RPI. I think that's what we're seeing with the ref going over to the scorer's table now to explain. The play will still stand, and Clemens, fouled in the act of shooting, will be at the line for 2.
His first personal. Offsetting technical fouls called against Chuck Clemens and Luke Adams.
And that's exactly what it was. Clemens misses the first shot. So there's a foul on Adams, personal foul, which leads to the 2 shots. And then a double technical. Adams for Vassar and Clemens for RPI. Adams checking out. Luke Scott in. He and Rothenberg, sort of the front court men for Vassar. And you got Cedeno, Katz, and Ellis as a 3-guard backcourt. This is Cedeno with Clemens on him.
Lock this clown up.
Ellis, who hit his first 2 3-pointers of the afternoon. And Luke Scott, and there's a lot of contact there. Rubin going for the steal, and instead gets called for the foul. 25-22 Vassar, 6:26 to go in the first half. And that's the team's 7th, and so it will be a 1-and-1 opportunity for Logan Scott. And he'll get a second one. Scott is 2 points on the afternoon, all from the free throw line where he's 2 of 3. Hits them both, and it's back to a 5-point lead for Vassar. On Bazo, 3-pointer for Rubin is a little short, and that's Luke Scott with the rebound. And Vassar has a chance to take its biggest lead of the afternoon. So far that's been 6. Chance to make it 7 with a 2 or 8 with a 3. Cedeno goes behind the back but loses the handle to Rubin, who's going to try to push the pace here. Left corner Clemens fakes the 3, and now we'll reset. Down low, Bazo double teamed on the baseline, just getting it away. Here's Matchett going to try to drive on Ellis, back out to Rubin. Shot clock at 11. Tip away by Cedeno. Nice hustle by Alan Cedeno. He's only 5'10", and he found himself guarding Albazo. So what do? You try to overplay the pass and deny it, and that's exactly what he did. Turnaround jumper, Rubin off to the right. Albazo steals it and tips it back to Matchett. Right place, right time. Banks it in, and it's down to a 3-point lead. And now a timeout here for Vassar. 27-24. Vassar leading with 5:23 to go here in the first half. Coach Ryan Nee of the Brewers calling for a timeout. That was a nice steal. Albazo tipping it away, and a good fortune of Dylan Matchett right there under the basket to grab it and bank it in to cut the lead back to 27-24. Take a quick look at some of the stats, and the shot disparity just kind of jumps out at you. First, two things. One is how well Vassar is shooting, and then second, how many more opportunities RPI is getting than the Brewers. And here's the numbers. Vassar 8 of 12 shooting, and that includes 5 out of 6 on 3-pointers. RPI 10 out of 26 from the field so far here in the first half. Rebounds pretty even. One disparity is in turnovers. RPI forcing more turnovers, helping them get more shot opportunities. They also have 5 offensive rebounds to 0 for Vassar. This is Rothenberg trying to drive on Rubin, puts it up. Oh, wow, nice touch. Kind of a baby hook from the block there, just outside the block by Rothenberg, and it's a 5-point lead for Vassar. Albazo on the block, trying to get around Rothenberg, and he banks it in. Rothenberg careful there, just using his body, didn't want to go up and try to take a swat at the shot. And it's back to a 3-point lead for the Brewers, 29-26. This is Ellis. Back to Rothenberg. Cedeno in the lane. Oh, nice no-look pass to Rothenberg, who wasn't looking for it. Wasn't expecting it, went off his hand, but it was a nice try by Cedeno because he completely fooled everyone, the defense and, well, his own teammate there.
Look at all these art majors. Number 12?
4:20 to go in the half. RPI down 3. Euchster back in. Here's Angbazo trying to get around Ellis, who bodied him. But Angbazo with a strong move gets there and off the glass. Johnny Angbazo with 7 points. He and Will Rubin, the scoring leaders so far today for the Engineers. Air ball, and that's a first miss of the afternoon by Kevin McAuliffe, who was 4 for 4 before that.
Can't guard you.
Rubin kind of in a tough spot in the corner. Nice spin move, though, and he makes it, and a chance for a three-point play. Rubin looked to be in trouble in that left corner. Was kind of boxed in on the line, but drove strong to the basket, and a spin move frees up some space. He makes the shot, draws the foul.
Great defense. Looking like a cone out there.
Get him out. Imagine that on film, buddy. You're getting clowned.
Foul, by the way, going to Willem Nielsen,
Yes, sir.
who's into the game
Yes,
from
sir.
Mustafa the first time this afternoon.
You're getting
So the
clowned
three-point play
tomorrow,
puts
boy.
RPI back out in
You're
front,
getting clowned.
31 to 29. This is Neeson, and we've got illegal screen with Ellis and Rubin.
Leander back on defense now.
Oh, 30 scared.
Ball goes against Ellis, and the Engineers get a
Don't
chance
wanna be
to
on defense.
extend their lead.
Can't guard you, Ace. You don't want to be on defense.
Gotta miss it.
He's
Gotta
still
miss
dizzy.
down below.
He's still dizzy.
Dom Black back in the ball game. Here's Rubin.
He can scream, but he can't guard anybody.
Brian Kelly wanted to go to Euchster, but pretty well bottled up by Scott. Shot clock at 12. Bazo going to try to move on Ellis and some contact. Ellis is, moving his feet and trying to stay in front of Angbazo, but I mean, if you're going to make a call there because it was contact and a foul, well, you can't argue that he had position. So instead, he's going to get the foul, and that's going to be the 7th team foul for the Brewers, and it means a 1-and-1 opportunity for Johnny Angbazo. Oh boy. You're going to want to make all your free throws this afternoon, I think. It's one of those where every shot, every free opportunity is going to count a lot to the outcome here. Here's a long three by McAuliffe, maybe a little too far out. And there's a foul, and that's going to be on Euchster. He kind of used his body to kind of get under Scott, who was going up for the rebound. And he got called for it, and so Scott will go to the line for a 1-and-1 chance.
Get this clown out of here.
Scott has been there a lot, comparatively, compared to everybody else here this afternoon. He's 3 out of 4 from the line. Make it 4 out of 5. 2:49 to go in the half.
4 points. Nice.
And Scott trying to make his 5th free throw, and he does, of the first half, and we're tied at 31. He's going to go out, and back in is Case Parsons as the Brewers subbing out big men here with 2:49 to go in the first half. Here's Euchster. Parsons on him. Black uses the screen, drives the baseline, puts it up and in. Nice move by Dom Black. Using the screen by Euchster, driving hard to the baseline and getting the bank shot.
Come on, Dom.
Zev Katz will take a 3, and he hits it. And just a red-hot shooting by Vassar continues in the first half here. 6 out of 8 3-pointers, and they now have a 1-point lead, 34-33. Black meets a wall there, but hands off to Kelly, who can't get it to fall. That ball's going to be off of Nielsen, though.
Are those warm-ups ever coming off?
1:52 to go in the half. Engineers down by 1, 34-33. Dom Black, another three. Dom Black now with 9 points in the first half, and the Engineers take a 36-34 lead. Nielsen trying to drive. There's McAuliffe, and he misses. And McAuliffe, who started out 4-4, maybe cooling down a little bit. Contact there between Katz and Rubin. The only question is it going to be on the floor and therefore a 1-and-1 free throw opportunity, or is it 2 shots? Or they're calling it 2 shots.
No defense.
Katz's first personal foul of the afternoon. Well, Engineers, and you're going to need all the free throws you can get this afternoon. Expect this game to go all the way down to the wire, and right now the Engineers 1 out of 5 from the free throw line. We have a timeout here. Brewers with a timeout. 36-34, 1:30 to go in the half. And you know, for a game that's been so even on the scoreboard and back and forth and trading leads, it's just been a little bizarre statistically. You'd think maybe all the numbers are kind of the same. Not really, not really. Vassar is shooting the ball really well this afternoon. 10 out of 17 overall, including 6 of 9 3-pointers. And the Engineers, on the other hand, 15 out of 32 from the field, 5 of 10 3-pointers. Free throws also, Vassar 8 out of 10, RPI 1 out of 5. So when you look at that, when Vassar's shooting so much better than RPI, where else do you look to maybe figure out why this game has been a seesaw game? Well, 2 categories jump out at you. Offensive rebounds. The Engineers have not allowed a single offensive rebound so far in the first half. Meanwhile, the Engineers have, when I say offensive rebound for Vassar, they've not allowed the Brewers any offensive rebounds. Meanwhile, the Engineers have grabbed 6 of their own, so they're dominating in the category of offensive rebounds, and they're also winning the turnover game so far in the first half. Will Rubin makes the second of 2, and it's a 3-point lead for the Engineers, 37-34. Rothenberg trying to drive on Kelly, left-handed dribble in the lane, puts it up right-handed and in, and wow. That's a really tough shot, and again, he's a good player. He's the conference tournament MVP. But it also shows that everything is just falling for Vassar so far in this first half. 11 out of 18 as a team. 37-36, a tip away. Rothenberg last to touch it, so RPI will have it. Plenty of time on the shot clock, 15 seconds. We're now under a minute to go in the first half. RPI leading 38-36.
Keep jumping for joy over there.
Dom Black going to set up the offense. So shot clock gets down to 10.
Oh!
Turn around, looking for space. Going to force one up. That was just nowhere to go. Oh, nice steal by Dom Black. Oh, Rambazo, left-handed layup, won't fall. Ah, gosh, traffic, and there's a collision down there, and I think they're going to get Dom Black for a grab on the arm or the jersey of Nielsen. And with the Engineers over the limit, it means Nielsen will stroll down to the other side of the court and try a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Your shoes unlaced. They're both going for the ball. You can't call that there.
Case Parsons back in for Ben Freed. Again, a shooting disparity just jumping out at you, even at the line. Vassar 9 of 11 so far here in the first half. RPI 2 of 6. But we are tied at 37. And now Vassar back up by 1. Vassar has led most of this first half, even though it's been back and forth, and we're only at a 1-point difference here. There is a difference between the game clock and shot clock of about 7 seconds here. but Black's going to wind it down a bit before starting the offense. Here's Rubin, Kelly, down low Black, met by Rothenberg. In the corner, Angbaza will try a three, and it's perfect. And RPI back on top, 40-38. 7 seconds, 6. Rothenberg no good, in traffic. Dom Black pulls it down, 1 second, and he's just going to be content to dribble it out. And wow, an interesting and competitive first half, odd statistically certainly, and we'll talk more about that. Halftime right now though, RPI 40, Vassar 38. Been Yancey Roy here on the call for you on RPI TV. We're going to take a little break and come back right before the start of the second half.
Kim, go get an all. Go watch out. Go show your skill. Go show your skill. Can't be around that guy. Jack off is a 50. Can we see a UV versus Hex 1v1? No, Ellis. You versus Ellis. Let me see Kim versus Ellis. Yeah, let me see. Ellis, go hop on the court. No, I almost beat Hicks in the He's such a bitch. You know how he beat me? Don't take that out. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Dude, he was winning HORS because of that fucking hot dude. And then I finally missed it. It just goes up like underneath the basket. It's a left-hand layup. And I fucking missed it. Also like small. You gotta practice. We got your size over there. Kev. Bro, Kev, it's like that dog, bro. Kev, it's like that dog. Kev, it's like that dog. You know what I'm talking about? Go, James! Come on, Push! Marry me! Yeah! Yes! No sense. Let's go, Gabby! run up and just do a 360 jump. like your somersault.
Not more bricks. Bricks. Brick. Oh. Okay. Oh, my. Oi. Oi.
I would Holy O'Leary's. Yeah, I don't know if I got that. We're not together.
Do we get in this group?
No. No. It's me and Don are isolations. Not fucking guys. Yeah, fuck you guys. No, he doesn't want it. We gotta get this on Instagram. I'm just holding it. Yo. Play one night.
Yo, play some fire music. Play some fire music at halftime.
I don't know if halftime is my duty.
Play
Usually
Bring 'Em Out.
they send someone out.
You gotta put some fire music like right now.
Yeah, no, I'm saying usually they put one of their guys in for half quarter. And they did for like the entire full.
I don't know, man. Alright, dude, I can put those. Shoot it. Short. Out square too long. Very late release.
They made like 2 shots out of 30 something, I swear, bro.
Rick. Can, bro. Chill.
Short. Gotta get 2 legs under that. Too early.
That's not athletic.
Oh,
This little man playing defense right here.
that's flat. Shoot it. Get it out there. Yeah!
I'll give you 5
Just
points
so
if you go
him in the back. Matchmaking at its finest.
here. There's some baby fever.
Those two are destined together. They're gonna grow up together.
You said you got big
No, there's some baby fever.
Behind you?
right there, man. What do you mean these 3?
Gibby, Parker, bro. Baby
Parker
fever.
too? Oh no.
Baby fever.
Parker, you gotta stay strong, buddy.
Haley, you're gonna scare the baby.
I'll do 50 and nothing.
Haley, you're gonna scare the baby.
Damn, bro, go big. Go big, big boy. Do it by yourself.
I can't shoot. Yeah, I'm actually
Yes! ATR Junior.
One of these players gonna fall.
What a beautiful pass. kid, you don't have the range.
And he's short.
That was Steph Curry range.
Really good. Whoa, that is impeccable.
Like that. Look at that super zoom.
She's gonna get it.
Ready?
Hold up.
Look at that zoom. Look at that zoom.
Got the cones coming out now.
Bunch of bricks. Whoa. Bunch of bricks over there. Look at that zoom. Whoa.
Bunch of
It's
goofballs.
on my notification.
Dude, how do you do that?
See that? Look at that.
Nothing. You wouldn't get it.
Look at that, bro. You see how easy that makes sense? Yes, sir. Go, boys. Hey, boys, let's go. Gotta enable it. We gotta enable it in settings, bro.
I think we were pretty good, huh? Oh, you? Wow, we're pretty good.
Got some missed calls up, but we're good.
Yeah, we're doing a good
Yeah, each of us have $20 in our pocket. Take that what you want.
I only do it during half.
For no reason, I said nothing. Right, can you play this? Can you play
Oh, yeah, that one's always on cue. I just need a good time.
right now?
Oh, yeah, he doesn't like me. I'm one of the worst.
You're a brick.
Boy, you gotta take more shots, dude. We're letting 30 take all the shots.
That's why he's not taking them. Can't make them. That boy trash.
That was going in too, man.
Oh, was
Might
it?
have had
That's what
that
they
one.
all said.
Look at Valley, man. Look at Valley.
Okay, 30, I see you, big man.
One, he
Man,
trying to
them
get
threes.
something done, but
Oh, hey.
Valley.
Two in a row?
proud of you for
Not in the bag.
And welcome back here. It's halftime at the East Campus Arena in Troy, the campus of Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute, the Engineers, and the Vassar Brewers. An entertaining game here in the first half, back and forth. And at halftime, the Engineers lead Vassar 40-38. Let's take a look at some of the other scores around the league while we have a chance. All of these games are at halftime. It's Ithaca 31, Skidmore 29. St. Lawrence is completely blowing out Rochester Institute of Technology, 52-18. Hobart, slight edge over Clarkson, 38-33. And Union and Bard tied up at 35 at the half. Again, it's a tough conference race. It's been really competitive. Ithaca right now on top with a 9-3 conference mark, but there are 6 teams within a game and a half of each other, including the 2 teams out here today, Vassar and RPI. Some look at the individual stats for the Engineers, led in scoring by Will Rubin with 11 points on 4 of 8 shooting, including 1 3-pointer. Johnny Agbazo has 10 points on 4 of 10 shooting, including 2 3-pointers. Dom Black with 9, Dylan Matchett with 5, Brian Kelly with 3, Avery Euchster with 2. Will Fredericks and Chuck Clemens got playing time, but did not score in the first half. On the other side of the sheet, Kevin McAuliffe hit his first 4 shots. He missed his last 3, but he still finishes the first half with 11 points, leads everybody. On the Vassar team, he is 3 of 5 from 3-point land. Jack Rothenberg with 7 points. He's also got a game-high 5 rebounds. Ethan Ellis 6 points by making 2 3-pointers. Luke Scott with 5. Zev Katz with 3, Case Parsons, Willem Neeson, and Luke Adams with 2. But maybe the most interesting number individually from the Vassar side, Avni Mustafa has 0 points. He's only taken 1 shot, 0 of 1 from the field. He's their leading scorer at 15 a game. He's the 7th leading scorer in the conference, but he's been scoreless in the first half as we get underway here in part 2, 40-38. Engineers holding the lead. Left corner, Rothenberg with Agbazo on him, trying to drive, that one won't fall. Follow up there, McAuliffe all alone. And by the way, that'll be the first offensive rebound of the afternoon for Union. If you missed the first half, it was kind of dead even, back and forth, trading of leads all the way, but really kind of wacky statistically. Union, or rather, Vassar shot lights out during that first half, but RPI dominated on the offensive boards and also won the turnover category and ended up having like twice as many field goal opportunities as Vassar. And that's sort of why we're here, tied up in 40-40 with 19-14 to go in the second half.
That's a great call, ref. Great call. Keep it up.
This is Rubin with McAuliffe on him. Gets position and goes up for the shot. Going to be a body foul there on McAuliffe. The bump, his second foul. And very quickly, Vassar has 2 team fouls, just 49 seconds here into the second half. So RPI, as you look at this, you had a very hard time cooling off Vassar in the first half. Couldn't stop their shooting from the outside. The flip side of that is
Maybe you look at it and think, well, Vassar shot about as well as you could in that first half.
57% from the field. And that one's in a maybe, as Rothenberg misses that shot. Maybe. They're just bound to cool off a little bit. We'll see. There's a nice steal by Rothenberg. Kelly kind of telegraphing that pass, and Rothenberg there to steal it away from Ogbazo. Rothenberg blocked by Ogbazo. Saw that move one too many times and was ready for it. And Ogbazo, for the first time today, misses a three-pointer. And Union brings it back the other way. Here's Avni Mustafa, who, again, point guard, number 10, who's been quiet this afternoon. No points, even though he's the Brewers' leading scorer on the season. Zev Katz with a 3. A nice square up by Katz. And Vassar back out on top, 43-42. This is Eugster. Off to Rubin. Inside drive. Someone got a hand on it. Maybe Parsons. Will Rubin went down for a bit. I don't know how he's hurt. Down on the ground. I don't know how he fell, but kind of limping as he's coming back around the court, up the court, trying to catch up to the action. Rothenberg, and this time gets around on Bazo and does that little sort of a baby hook with his right hand. Gets this one to fall, and it's a 3-point lead for the Brewers. This is Dom Black, Eugster, Brian Kelly. Shot clock now at 12. Black in traffic, puts it up right-handed, can't get it to fall. And it's going to be Engineers basketball. Nice, strong move right down the middle of the lane. Just a little bit short on the shot. Some bumping down low. Katz called for grabbing Black.
Hey, don't hold him. Don't hold him this time.
Second personal, team's third.
Get him out.
So keep an eye on that. Vassar with 3 team fouls just 3 minutes into the second half. Ben Freed into the ballgame now, number 3. Black having trouble getting the ball in. Kelly open from the corner. He's got it. Brian Kelly, one of their best 3-point shooters on the team. Fairly quiet first half. He just made 1 shot, but now he's equaled that output here a few minutes into the second half, and we're tied up again at 45. McAuliffe. And that one hit the wire above the basket. No good. Again, McAuliffe got off to a really incredible start. 4 of 4, 11 points. But since then, he's now 1 of 4. 45-45. Engineers and the Brewers tied up. Rubin trying to post up on McAuliffe. Uses the shoulder. Reverse layup won't go. But he gets the foul. And that's going to be on McAuliffe. His second personal. Team's fourth.
Can't guard nobody.
Again, a lot of fouls so far. And there's Coach Me on the probably the lower part of your screen talking to the official saying that, from his view anyway, Rubin's using his arm and elbow to try to get clearance around his players down low. Case Parsons out, Luke Scott in. Scott off the bench had a pretty good first half, playing one of the front court positions for the Brewers, scored 5 points. Rubin puts the Engineers back up by 2, 47-45. So we're getting down to the 16-minute mark here in the second half. Rothenberg likes to drive, goes up, he had position on, drew the contact, had the position on Angbazo, and just went up with the shot, and he gets the call, and he'll be going to the line. Angbazo's second personal foul, but just the first team foul for the Engineers. And now Rothenberg, chance to tie it up here for the Brewers. Again, if we said at the opening, in case you missed it, it's just a really good race for the top spot in the Liberty League this year. 6 teams bunched within a game and a half, and that includes these 2 teams here. Vassar coming in at 9-4 in conference, RPI 8-5. Everyone right now trying to catch Ithaca, which is sitting at 9-3. Top 6 teams qualify for the conference tournament, with the host, or rather the first place finisher, getting the host. Here's Dom Black, nice move inside, off the glass and in. Dom Black has used the baseline effectively all afternoon, and the Engineers are back up by 2. Mustafa loses the handle, wanted the foul call. Instead, it's just out of bounds, Brewers basketball. Mustafa, number 10, again, he came into this game as the Brewers' leading scorer in the season, 15.5 a game, the 7th leading scorer in the league. And he has 0 points so far in this game.
No points. No points. Hey. Damn, you're a starter, you have no points? No.
Some contact.
Does have a donut.
Charity.
Brian Kelly with the foul. Certainly contact there on that play, but, well, at the same time, less contact than other plays we've seen this afternoon that didn't get called. 3-pointer by Katz from the corner. No. Tough rebound by Rothenberg, and we're going to get called here as a jump ball. And possession will go the Engineers' way.
Walk on over.
See a pile of substitutes lining up at the scorer's table for either team right now. Rubin won't get Scott to go up for the fake. Scott's showing discipline there, not going for it. Here's a 3 from Dom Black, a little strong, and rebound by Katz. Mustafa going to bring it back the other way for the Brewers. 49-47. 14:45 to go in the second half. Katz. There's Ellis from the 3-point corner, and there's a reach foul by Rubin, ill-advised. Just a little too enthusiastic because Rothenberg hadn't gathered that one up. Some substitutes coming in for either side. Number 22, Nathan Denham, in for the Brewers, subbing for Rothenberg. And for the Engineers, you've got 3 guys coming in. Clemens, number 4, Matchett, 32, and Fredericks, 22, now in the ballgame. Mustafa on the baseline, goes up and can't get it. Matchett is there. Mustafa again having a tough afternoon offensively. 0-3 shooting, no points. Here's Rubin. Back to Clark, and they'll reset
Dribble to
Said
layup.
Clark, I
Can't
meant
guard
Clemens.
no one either.
No points.
Rubin, pull-up jumper, just a little short. Someone rolled an ankle there. And it looks as it's going to be Luke Scott. And he wanted to stay in the game, but the West ref had blown the whistle to allow him to sub out. Case Parsons is going to come in, also back in for the Brewers. 23, Luke Adams, as Mustafa will head to the bench.
The model for Dunkin' Donuts.
There's Luke Adams. Zev Katz is wide open and short. And that's what I mentioned as we started the second half, that Vassar was so hot and shot so well, especially from three-point land in the first half, that maybe they were just due for a come down here in the second half. And you see Katz and McAuliffe struggling a little bit now in the second half. Angbazo, strong move, left-handed, off the glass and in. And the Engineers up by 4. 51-47. And that will equal their largest lead of the ballgame. And now a steal by Angbazo and a chance to extend that lead. In the lane, corner, match it, won't take it. Back to Chuck Clemens, who will bring it out and reset. Shot clock at 16. Clemens with Adams on him. Rubin looks at a 3, won't take it. Brings it back out top. Here's Frederick. Shot clock now at 3. And
good shot, Fred.
someone had to put one up. The shot clock was rolling down there. And Engineers missed a chance to get their largest lead of the day. There's a nice steal tipped away by Angbazo. Rubin going to try to push it. Angbazo loses the handle off his knee. I think it's going to be Vassar basketball.
That's 2 turnovers.
And it will be. More wave of substitutions for the Engineers. Black, Kelly, Eugster in. Angbazo, Matchett, Rubin out. McAuliffe back in for the Brewers. Denham out. Rothenberg back in. Katz out. Ellis is out. So we'll reset here for Vassar. It's Adams playing the point guard with Mustafa taking a rest. Oh, rather, Mustafa's back in too. Sorry about that. Collision. And it's going to be Vassar ball. Don Black thought he got a hand on the ball and knocked it off of Rothenberg, but it'll be ruled off of, well, one of the Engineers. I don't know if that was Kelly or Fredericks in the corner. So Vassar with their starting 5 back out, with the exception of Adams, 23, is in for Ellis. Here's Mustafa with Black on him. Shot clock at 8. Adams traveled. He tried to pull up, but slid his foot a bit. He called for walking. And again, the Engineers with a 4-point lead will bring it back the other way with a chance to take their biggest lead of the afternoon. Here's Eugster. Black open for 3. And he's got it in a foul. Biggest lead of the afternoon for the Engineers. Don Black hitting the 3-pointer to make a 7-point lead, and he's going to have a chance for a 4-point play.
4 fouls, that's points over there.
And if at the end of all of this action today, if the Engineers come out on top, that might be one of the plays you look back on.
Get him out. Yes, sir. Get him out. Get him out.
Figure it out.
Engineers, we're up 51-47. Vassar had a chance to cut it to 2, failed to do that. The Engineers bringing it back down the other way. Black hitting the 3-pointer and drawing the foul. Chance for a 4-point play. Right now the Engineers lead 54-47. That's their biggest lead of the afternoon.
Turn it up.
54-47, RPI leading Vassar. Still a lot of basketball to go here. 11:55 in the second half, but right now you can feel that the Engineers have seized some momentum and have their biggest lead of the afternoon. Vassar, if you missed the first half, they were just so red hot. They shot 57%. Well, that has cooled off. Now they've gone about 4 for 14 here in the second half, and overall they're back under 50%, right at 45%. That's all evened out because the Engineers are shooting about 44% overall on the afternoon. As we get back to the action here, Dom Black, chance to complete a 4-point play and give RPI an 8-point lead. Oh, well, that's one thing that's been lacking here for the Engineers and all afternoon. It's the free throw shooting. They're just 6 of 11 from the line. Here's Mustafa. Here's Parsons. Luke Adams now trying to drive on Fredericks or Kelly. Looking down low to Parsons, but there's Chuck Clemens. Saw the pass coming all the way. Got a hand in. Couldn't complete the steal. It's out of bounds on him. But he got the drop on the pass to kind of break up the feed down low to Parsons. Parsons is out. Luke Scott's going to come back in for the Brewers. 54-47, 11 and a half to go here in the second half. McAuliffe from 3, and he's got it. Well, Kevin McAuliffe back on target. Made his first 4 shots, went 1 out of 4, and now back on the mark again. That's his 4th three-pointer of the afternoon. He leads all scorers with 16. Eugster down low, trying to move on Scott. Baby hook shot won't fall, and Luke Scott with the rebound.
He's played really well in a reserve role.
Or rather, Logan Scott, I'm sorry. I keep calling him the baseball player, the former Oriole and Tampa Bay player. Logan Scott, sorry about that.
He's not scoring.
Rothenberg tried to feed it down low to Scott, who had the position on Eugster, but just led the pass too far.
Gotta be the stats.
Fourth TO.
Gotta be the stats. More TOs than points over there. Your upper lip's weighing you down.
54-50, RPI with the lead. Eugster. Here's Brian Kelly from the corner, and he's got it. Brian Kelly hit just 1 shot in the first half, but here in the second half he's got 2 3-pointers, and the Engineers back out to a 7-point lead, matching their biggest of the day. Here's McAuliffe, trying to clamp down on him. He's been the best offensive player all day for the Brewers. Zeb Katz, Rothenberg. He likes to drive rather than shoot that 3, and now a nice double team with Black and Clemens, and ends up being a steal for Kelly. Clemens will take a 3. Short. Boy, they were feeling the momentum there. That would have put the lead up at 10.
You're a brick.
Rothenberg trying to get position on Kelly. They would like to feed him down low. Last time he got in there, the Engineers, though, collapsed on him and double-teamed and got a steal. This is going to be Chuck Clemens. Called for the hold on McAuliffe. Some contact down low. 4th team foul this half for RPI. Vassar has 5.
Good job, baby. Good job, baby.
This is Logan Scott, back to McAuliffe. Katz, here's Mustafa. Shot clock at 7. Short, but a long rebound. Corralled. Well, it was going to be corralled by Rothenberg. A collision with Eugster. Foul is on Eugster. That will be his 3rd personal foul. Both teams with 5 team fouls here in the second half. Another wave of substitutions for the Engineers. Kelly, Fredericks, and Clemens out. Matchett, Rubin, on Bazo back in. Abni Mustafa inside. Can't get the shot to fall, but there's a foul on Will Rubin. And Mustafa will go to the line and now a chance to maybe score his first point of the afternoon. And the only reason I harp on that, not trying to pick on him, but he did come in as the team's leading scorer, 15 and a half a game, and he's been scoreless so far today. And he stays scoreless. He's the 7th best scorer in the league. He's had a tough afternoon here in Troy. 0 of 4 from the field, and now 0 of 1 from the line. And there's his first point. And Ellis is going to come in for McAuliffe. Taking a break. McAuliffe, the team's leading scorer with 16 on the afternoon. 57-51. RPI over Vassar as we hit the 9-minute mark to go. Still a lot of time to play here in the second half. Here's Angbazo. Being fronted by Rothenberg. Off the glass, won't fall. Nice tip away by Eugster and a save by Angbazo. Nice hustle by Eugster.
Uh-oh, 30 shambled.
Shot clock at 8, match it. Here's Black, gonna try to drive. Shot clock down to 3, and it's up and in. Boy, in and out of traffic. Dom Black with the layup. Engineers 8-point lead, the biggest of the afternoon. Steal by Matchett. Breakaway the other way. And it's up and in, and a 10-point lead for RPI as they seize control here in the second half.
Figure it out.
61-51. Engineers taking control now, although look, hey, there's still a lot of time and a lot of basketball to be played. 8 minutes and 13 seconds here. But right now, all the momentum belonging to the Engineers, especially that sequence. A tough layup in traffic by Dom Black. Come down the other end, a steal, a breakaway from Matchett, and a layup, and a 10-point lead for RPI. This game was tied at 47 at the 15:59 mark. So what you have is over the last 7:46, so almost 8 minutes, over almost the last 8 minutes, RPI has outscored Vassar 14-4. And they've really clamped down on defense and cooled off Vassar, who's just shooting the lights out in the first half. Dom Black right now the leading scorer for the Engineers with 16. Will Rubin has 15. Johnny Angbazo with 12. On the other side, you got Kevin McAuliffe with 16 and Jack Rothenberg with 11. Here's Mustafa, point guard for the Brewers.
He's not doing anything.
Zav Katz back in the ballgame. Katz. Here's Ellis. Not much room to work with. Shot clock now at 8. Rothenberg likes to drive from there, and he will again. And Angbazo might have gotten a piece of that, I'm not sure, but regardless, RPI gets the rebound by Dom Black, now running it the other way. Angbazo gonna slow it down.
Guys doing jumper jacks over here. Oh.
Will Rubin.
Oh, somebody's aggravated.
10-point lead is the biggest of the ball game. RPI trying to add to that right now. Match it with a pull-up 17-footer, a little strong. Logan Scott with the rebound.
Yeah. This guy's in a box right now.
Nice drive and a block by Angbazo. Anticipating that move by Rothenberg and getting a hand on it to knock it away. Engineers still holding a 10-point lead, and we're going to have a timeout here by RPI. I think Coach Mark Gilbride just kind of wants to get a little bit of a breather for some of his players who've been in there for a while. and kind of reset as we move to the home stretch of this ball game. Again, it was tied at 47 at the 15:59 mark. It's when
You're just not very good.
Rothenberg hit 2 free throws to tie it up at 47. But since then, it's been a 14-4 run for the Engineers. If you look at some of the team stats again, if you were with us early on, Vassar was like 7 out of 10 on overall shooting in the first half. Well, they finished about 10 out of 17, but 7 of 10 to start the game. Just red hot. They were 4 of 4 from their first 3-pointers. But now they really cooled down, as sometimes you might expect, because overall their shooting is down to 15 out of 35, which is just 43%. RPI in the same neighborhood, 23 out of 52 for 44%. And the overall rebounds are pretty close to the same, but where RPI is dominated is in offensive rebounds, leading 8-3. And turnovers maybe the biggest category of this game. Vassar's committed 17 turnovers, RPI just 6. Don Black inside, nice move, just using a strong move around the smaller Mustafa, getting position for the nice chip shot, puts it in, and it's a 12-point lead, which is the Engineers' biggest of the afternoon. So now you got a critical point in this ball game. If you're Vassar, you've got to start scoring. And there's a 3-pointer by Ellis. Maybe that's the answer they need. They've been in a slump scoring-wise. They went nearly 10 minutes where they scored just 4 points until that 3-pointer. That brings them back down to within 9. Here's Eugster. Spin move. Will he put it up over Scott? And he gets it to go. Avery's gotten position down low several times this afternoon, but has just been a little bit off. But boy, he got that one to fall in, and the Engineers back up by 11. Ellis trying to drive on Bazo, trying to draw contact, but no call by the ref. Engineers bringing it back down the other way. Spin move, Rubin can't get it to fall. Rothenberg with the rebound. That's something I've had to say a lot this afternoon. Rothenberg with 8 rebounds, leading all players today. There's a collision down low, gonna let him play on and be Vassar basketball.
That is a terrible offense.
More substitutes in for the Brewers. Case Parsons back in at center. And Alan Cedeno gonna come back in at point guard for Mustafa. Will Rubin saw that pass coming and tipped it away. 5:03 to play in the second half. RPI up 65-54. It was a 2-point game at half. It was 47-47 at the 16-minute mark here. There's a 3-pointer by McAuliffe, who has cooled off considerably after that 4-for-4 start in the first half. Again, it was 47-47 with 15:59 to go in the second half. And then Vassar went a 10-minute stretch where they scored just 4 points. Black losing it in traffic, contact, no foul. Loosening up a little bit. There's been contact on either side the last few minutes, and the ref's letting him play. Rothenberg trying to get position, but good defense by Eugster won't allow it. Now he's going to try a drive again, and this one won't fall. Tipped away by Bazo, but I think he's going to get called for the foul there. Maybe it's Eugster.
Respectfully disagree. Disrespectfully disagree.
Foul on Eugster. And you see Coach Mark Gilbride down at the bottom of your screen. He's basically saying that's the same thing that happened to our guy down low last trip down, and you didn't call it. But anyway, here we are.
Just hand him 3 points.
Rothenberg with 11 points. That's second highest on the team for Vassar. McAuliffe leading the Brewers with 16. And the lead's down to 7 with 4:18 to go. So certainly a manageable deficit. You're not by any means are you out of it if you're Vassar. So what RPI has to guard against right here is any kind of slack, any kind of slowdown. They feel like they built this lead. You don't want to let Vassar creep back in. Here's Kelly from 3.
Brian Kelly is really heated up here in the second half.
He hit 1 3-pointer in the first half, and now he's hit 3 here, 3 for 3 in the second half. And the Engineers back up by 12. Cedeno won't fall, and Ambazo. That was a critical 3 by Kelly because he felt like maybe Vassar had a chance to crawl back in this. They'd cut it to single digits. And maybe that stopped the momentum. Eugster, corner from Bazo, won't fall. Down to 3:14. Engineers up by 12. Cedeno, Parsons will try a 3. That looks way short. That's not usually his shot. He's a center. Usually plays down low. And now we're under 3 minutes to go. And a timeout is going to be called by RPI. Trying to set the stage for the final stretch here. Engineers leading by 12 with 2:49 to go. This will be a big win for RPI. If they can hang on to it, it means they would move to 9-5 in conference, and they would move into a second-place tie with Vassar, who would fall to 9-5. And they would probably be joined by other teams based on the action going on this afternoon. St. Lawrence would be one of them. They had a 34-point halftime lead over Rochester Institute of Technology. Again, to set the conference standings, if you missed it earlier, there's 6 teams within a game and a half of each other as we move to the final 3 weekends of play. If we count this one, the final 3 weekends. Ithaca's leading everybody at 9-3. And then you got Vassar at 9-4. And then you've got 4 teams at 8-5. RPI, Skidmore, Hobart, and St. Lawrence. And those are probably going to be the 6 teams that qualify for the conference tournament. And so that should be a doozy as we get to the end of the season. Should be well matched. There's no predicting which one of those 6 teams will be the strongest when we get to the conference tournament. But first, RPI has to finish business here this afternoon on its home floor. They lead by 12 with 2:49 to go. This was a 2-point game at halftime, and it was tied up with 15:59 to go in the second half when we hit this critical 10-minute stretch where RPI held Vassar to just 4 points over that inning. Rubin's in trouble, and he's going to have to call timeout. Well, better to do that than turn it over. We're going to see Vassar here with just 2:43 to go be really aggressive, try to trap the ball. They're going to have to do something to get some turnovers and go on a run here because there's not much time left. And speaking of turnovers, again, if you're looking at some of the stats that would point out why RPI has built this lead, we'll certainly have to look at turnovers. Vassar's committed 17 this afternoon, and RPI just 6. Engineers have built this lead steadily with some good defense, combined with the fact that Vassar, after a red-hot first half shooting-wise, just kind of maybe naturally, maybe as expected, has really cooled off here in the second half. And hey, credit RPI defense as well. Just not allowing as many open shots here in the second half as they did in the first. And Vassar started out 7 of 10 from the floor. Since then, about 9 out of 31. Rubin inbound sunk Bazo, 2:40 to go. Shot clock at 10. Ambazo. Shot clock at 5. Fade away. He's got it. And that's the biggest lead of the afternoon for the Engineers, 70-56. And, you know, a few weeks ago when the Engineers were struggling, they were struggling offensively, and they lost some low-scoring games, especially the St. Lawrence comes to mind. And they weren't getting to the 70-point mark. And last weekend, their shooting has really picked up. Fight for the ball. There's Mustafa. Three-pointer by Ellis, in and out. Again, that's kind of symbolic of the shooting afternoon for Vassar, because Ellis was 2 for 2 in the early going as Vassar bolted to the lead. But he's hit just 1 out of 3 three-pointers here in the second half. There's Kelly cutting to the basket. Rubin fakes a 3. Engineers not in a hurry to shoot. Eugster will take it, though, and he's got it. And that will probably be the icing on the cake, as the Engineers now a 17-point lead with just a minute and a half to go. This game was tied at 47. And the Engineers went on the big run of this game, a 14-4 run over a 10-minute stretch. And Vassar got it back down to 7 at one point. But now with the Engineers with, I believe, a 10-0 run here in the final minutes of this ball game.
Yeah, back player! Woo! Get that minutes! We got Mr. Neckbeard out here. Get that PT!
Okay, make that an 8-0 run. I thought it was a 10-0 run, but 8-0 run in the last few minutes here to go from a 9-point lead all the way out to 17. And put this one away, really.
Chill out, Neckbeard.
Let me go over some stats real quick before we move to the conclusion. RPI. Foul. Rubin will go to the line. Scoring-wise, the Engineers this afternoon led by Dom Black with 18 points. Will Rubin with 15. We'll have a chance to hit 3 free throws and tie Rubin, or rather tie Black with 18. Ambazo has 14. Brian Kelly, a really strong second half, has 12. Dylan Matchett with 7, and Avery Eugster with 7. Will Fredericks and Chuck Clemens played key roles this afternoon. A lot of time off the bench, although neither one has gotten on the board scoring-wise here. Over on the other side, Kevin McAuliffe.
Yes, sir.
16 points. He hit his first 4 shots of the afternoon, including 3 three-pointers. He's got 16. Jake Rothenberg with 13. Nobody else in double figures. It's worth mentioning that Avni Mustafa, the point guard for the Brewers, who is now out of the game, and both teams have the bench entirely in here. Mustafa, the point guard for the Brewers, had a tough day. He came in at 15.5 points a game, 7th best in the conference, and he's going to finish with 1 point this afternoon. 17 points for Rubin as he hits the bench, a 19-point lead, under 50 seconds to go here. Just playing out the string. Neeson, oh, there's a big contact. And a foul.
Hey, no Trilly.
Colin Baker.
No Trilly from the kid. This guy should have been playing the whole time, coach. He's a bucket. That's better than all the starters. Whoa, look at that. Let's get a petition.
75-58. Engineers by 17 with 44 seconds to go.
Running out the clock here.
There's Sahikish. That's Baker. There's a long 3, and that's good. And that's your final score, RPI 78, Vassar 60. Engineers move into a second place tie in the Liberty League. Thanks for joining us this afternoon. Yancey Roy on the call for you. Be back in a couple of weeks when the Engineers are back home for the final weekend of the season. Again, final RPI 78, Vassar 60.
Friday, February 17th, doubleheader against RIT. Tip-off for the women's game at 5:30. I'm Matt Everyone for the Arms Match Men's Athletic Club. Thank you for coming out to today's women's basketball doubleheader. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Bro, I'm from New York. This ain't prime no shit.